Hello and welcome back to Practice Insider's Edge. My name is Dr. Derek Barron.
Hi, and I'm Terri Barron.
We're hoping you're having a fantastic start to 2021 and good things are happening in both your life and in your practice. And today we actually wanted to share with you something that's very unique to what we've been working on over the last few years in our practices and in our life to help practitioners just like yourself go to the next level. It's our Practice Success Roadmap. And I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what we're talking about.
So, talking about the Practice Success Roadmap today, why do you need a Practice Success Roadmap, right? Well, do you have one? Derek and I can admit we didn't have one when we started our practice, our Integrity Sports Medicine brick and mortar sports medicine clinic. We had no roadmap at all. We had a business plan. We had great ideas and we had some practice under our belts, but we didn't have a success roadmap. So we want to go over the three levels that if you don't have a practice success roadmap, you may find yourself sitting at, right?
Yeah, great point. It's, this is a tool that will walk you through as we have some conversations with you, and we'll kind of start today. You can see where it goes from the foundation at the bottom up to the top. Everybody here watching this, we want you to have a dream practice. Maybe some of you are watching it are there. And if you are, we'd love to hear some pointers from you, how you got there. We'd love to share it with our crew, but we want to help you go from level to level to level.
So question one, in terms of why do you even need a practice success roadmap? The foundational level, is your practice inconsistent? Do you find that you're struggling, that you're in that category where you are only generating a zero to maybe as a startup business to $10,000 per month for your practice?
And sorry, dear. Not every single practice will fall initially in this. You might be struggling at $50,000 a month, but for the most people that we've had our conversations with over time, these numbers is really what it fits into each category.
Right. So, the next level, why would you need a success roadmap is if your practice is consistent and you're surviving, maybe in that $10,000 to $50,000 a month range, but you need to grow. You know that your practice needs to grow because, as we say here in the graphic, you're just surviving, which is not necessarily a comfortable place to be.
Yeah. And on the right-hand side, you can see some of the keys to success as you are moving up each level. And we'll get into that in further videos down the road as well.
And then finally, that third level of why you might need a practice success roadmap is that you're sitting in your practice and it's a reliable practice. It may even be thriving somewhere between $50,000 to $100,000 per month that you're generating. However, you recognize that you need it to flow, that it's not quite to the point where you would consider it a dream business based on whatever both your personal and professional goals might be. So these three base levels on our diagram here suggest that if you're sitting in any of those levels, you might be able to benefit from having some kind of a practice success roadmap.
So in that map, essentially, what if you really did have one? It's basically a map that will guide you out of the frustration and doubt. So if you look on the left-hand side of our roadmap, you're going to see some signs and symptoms that people at each level kind of sit in. And on the bottom, that with the inconsistency, there's a drought of new patients coming into the practice. We want to help you get beyond that. And you'll see, those signs and symptoms as a frustrated provider. You know that you're better than the competition. They're seeing more patients. Why is that? We don't want you to sit in that drought component. As you move up that, you're starting to grow. As you're getting consistent, you're growing more leads that are coming in, more new patients that are coming in. But sometimes people are exhausted at this point in time. Competitors have success because they're automating marketing systems. They've got reviews that are coming. We actually just had a strategy session today with a fantastic physical therapist that's been in practice for over 20 years. And she's not exhausted by any stretch of the imagination. And she's consistent plus where she's in her practice, but she actually doesn't have some of the steps that she needs in place to take her to the next level. So it's great when we have these conversations with our clients and our potential clients that we're able to diagnose that, because that's really what this is this map is a way in which you can self-diagnose where you sit in your position.
So again, if you had a practice success roadmap, you might have a map or a guide to get you out of that inconsistent level. You'd have a guide to pull you from your exhaustion and to help you, instead of just surviving, to be able to grow. And then that third level, if you had that practice success roadmap, you would have a process that could take your momentum and scale it. So you'd be ready to open the floodgates of your practice and truly own your dream practice.
So we're going to come back and pop back into your sight zone here. So what we've talked about previous to this is our practice leverage method. It truly is the roadmap. Like we just said, the success map is, your practice success map is really there to self-diagnose where you're in your practice. What level are you in? Are you struggling? Are you consistent? Are you inconsistent? It doesn't matter. And the financial part on that level as well, it doesn't fit everybody specifically, but we need to know where you're at on that level in order to take you to the next level within our practice leverage method. So if we look at this again, if I jump this back onto the screen. So we've talked to you about this, but there are essentially 4 levels within the method that we take our clients through. You have to have a foundation for the practice that's set up. You have to have a foundation for your patients that are set up. And then you have to have drivers and accelerators for the practice to be able to go from level to level to level.
So really, the practice leverage method is truly your roadmap. And the previous graphic is really our assistance for our clients to help diagnose where they need to start on their journey on a map. So the map, how do you get the map? The map is really this. The map is the practice leverage method. You have to go to this success roadmap to figure out where to start, right? That's kind of your map key. Where am I going to start on my journey? I have to figure out where I am. This is where you are, the little green dot on the map. This is where you are now. And then how do you get the actual map? That is the practice leverage method. That is this. This is your practice success roadmap. Great. So that's how. What's next?
So essentially what next is you have to take action. There are small steps, there are big steps. We want to offer you a few steps that you can do to take some action. And the small steps are literally making sure you are following us on Facebook, making sure you're following us on LinkedIn, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you are also following us on Instagram, where we're starting to drop more information across all of those platforms. We just want to be in a place where we can help you, and we want you to be able to find us there. So the next bigger step that people can take.
The next bigger step so that you can get this map, this success map for your practice, is that you want to join us in our private Facebook group. And there will be a link here so that you can pop in. You do need to sign up. This is not an open group. This is a private group. So this is your invitation to come and join us in our private Facebook group. And we reveal the information on this success roadmap for your practice. We give you these gems, these nuggets from the practice leverage method. So that would be your next step, is to come join us in our private Facebook group.
Yeah. And if you're interested, this next step is a leap. A lot of people are unfortunately afraid to do it, but hopefully, as you can see, we're not rough people. You know, we enjoy having a good time, and we get on what we call our triage call. It's a very short call, whether it's a phone call or a video conference that we have with people. And we really try and find out from a diagnosis part where you are on the map currently. What are you doing that's keeping you where you're at, and what can we maybe help you with to take you to the next level, moving up the levels of the roadmap. And we utilize our practice leverage method to make sure you have the foundation set in place, implement drivers, and then implement accelerators. So we've got something that's coming up, hopefully at the end of this month, that we'd really like you to join us with. Yes,
that's our teaser, that there's something else out there to help guide you on part of this journey to get your practice success roadmap. We aren't going to be giving away the whole map, but we are putting together a special program. We can't wait to reveal that very soon. And that's something that you'll find inside, more information on inside of our private Facebook group. And just a reminder, if you feel brave and you're willing to pick up the phone and do that triage call with us, or that Zoom call, that is a complimentary call. There's no risk. So be brave. And if you really want to get to that next level and you want to start that journey to be able to improve your practice yourself, then take some of these baby steps if that's where you feel comfortable, or be really brave and take that leap and schedule a triage call with us. We'd love it.
All right. Thank you again for sharing your time. We appreciate it. You have yourself a fantastic week.